Hello everybody, I am the Celebration Man, and it is January 12th, which is Poetry at Work Day. Right now, this YouTube channel is my only job, so I get to enjoy Poetry at Work Day in the comforts of my own home, with a crackling fireplace, and, best of all, a couple fingers of really nice scotch on the rocks. "12-year-old, single malt Scotch whiskey. Nothing better for enjoying some poetry with." That's smooth. Now, I was going to print the poems out, but then I realized that not only was that not very eco-friendly, but my printer's broken. So I'm going to be reading the poems to you today off of my laptop. The first one goes very well with the Scotch whiskey. It's by Lord Byron, a Scottish man, and it's called "When I Roved a Young Highlander." Without further ado, "When I Roved a Young Highlander" by Lord Byron. When I roved a young Highlander o'er the dark heath, and climbed thy steep summit, O Morven of snow, to gaze on the torrent that thundered beneath, or the mist of the tempest that gathered below, untutored by science, a stranger to fear, and rude as the rocks where my infancy grew, no feeling save one to my bosom was dear. Need I say, my sweet Mary, 'twas centered in you? Yet it could not be love, for I knew not the name. What passion can dwell in the heart of a child? But still I perceive an emotion the same as I felt when a boy on the crag-covered wild. One image alone on my bosom impressed. I loved my bleak regions, nor panted for new, and few were my wants, for my wishes were blessed, and pure were my thoughts, for my soul was with you. I arose with the dawn, with my dog as my guide. From mountain to mountain I bounded along. I breasted at the billows of Dee's rushing tide, and heard at a distance the Highlander song. At eve on my heath-covered couch of repose, no dreams save of Mary were spread to my view, and warm to the skies my devotions arose, for the first of my prayers was a blessing on you. I left my bleak home, and my visions are gone. The mountains are vanished, my youth is no more. As the last of my race, I must wither alone, and delight but in days I have witnessed before. Ah, splendor has raised, but embittered my lot. More dear were the scenes which my infancy knew. Though my hopes may have failed, yet they are not forgot. Though cold is my heart, still it lingers with you. When I see some dark hill point its crest to the sky, I think of the rocks that o'ershadow Colbleen. When I see the soft blue of a love-speaking eye, I think of those eyes that endeared the rude scene. When haply some light-waving locks I behold, that faintly resemble my Mary's in hue, I think on the long flowing ringlets of gold, the locks that were sacred to beauty and you. Yet the day may arrive, when the mountains once more shall rise to my sight in their mantles of snow. But while these soar above me, unchanged as before, will Mary be there to receive me? Ah, no. Adieu then, ye hills where my childhood was bred. Thou sweet flowing Dee, to thy waters adieu. No home in the forest shall shelter my head. Ah, Mary, what home could be mine but with you? Next we have The Winners by Rudyard Kipling, but first, more scotch. The Winners by Rudyard Kipling. What the moral? Who rides may read. When the night is thick and the tracks are blind, a friend at a pinch is a friend indeed, but a fool to wait for the laggard behind. Down to Gehenna or up to the throne, he travels the fastest who travels alone. White hands cling to the tightened rein, slipping the spur from the booted heel. Tenderest voices cry, "Turn again!" Red lips tarnish the scabbarded steel. High hopes faint on a warm hearthstone. He travels the fastest who travels alone. One may fall, but he falls by himself with himself to blame. One may attain, and to him is pelf, loot of the city in gold or fame. Plunder of the earth shall be all his own. Who travels the fastest travels alone. Wherefore the more ye be helpen and stayed by a friend in the hour of toil, sing the heretical song I have made. His be the labor, and yours be the spoil. When by his aid, and the aid disown, he travels the fastest who travels alone. The last poem we have is The Juggler of Day by Emily Dickinson. It's a short one, but it's one of my favorites, and I don't know why. Scotch. Ooh. The Juggler of Day by Emily Dickinson. Blazing in gold and quenching in purple, leaping like leopards to the sky, then at the feet of the old horizon, laying her spotted face to die. Stooping as low as the otter's window, touching the roof and tinting the barn, kissing her bonnet to the meadow, and the juggler of day is gone. Well, that's how you celebrate Poetry at Work Day. On behalf of me and the celebration dog, have yourself a very merry January 12th, and be back tomorrow, because every day is a holiday. Hello, good hooch, my old friend. I've come to turn you over again. Yep.